possibly doesn't need an introduction, but we're going to give him one anyway. This is Ben Mallah. Mr. Ben Mallah, the managing member of Equity Management, extensive experience throughout his 25 years. Come on up. Put your hands together.
What's going on here? The guy's got to run a better operation. Those hot dogs,
Did you hear it?
those hot dogs suck. If you serve somebody a hot dog like that in New York, you go to jail. The buns are overbunned. Like that bun had that. Is that women putting it? Oh yeah. What's the order? Any kids in here? Any kids? Please raise their hand. You're not a kid. How old are you? 17? I mean 12 and under. All right. Number one, my name is Ben Mallah. I've been clean and sober for 30 days. That's the wrong meeting. What day is today? Saturday? Oh, that's tomorrow's meeting. This is the what? Oh yeah, this is the one where guns don't kill, people do, right? Oh, we're here for real estate. I forgot. I'm getting old and forgetful. You know, table, no nothing. You're gonna stand here and hold my book. Listen, number one, I did it one little one to these guys out in Tampa. I have never, ever stood in front of this many people and spoke before in my life. In Tampa, we had about... So, I want this on camera. I want proof. Everybody's gonna nod their head. Anything I say cannot be held against me in anywhere, any court, anywhere, period. Thank you. That's Frank Chevis. He owns a dozen restaurants where we live in Tampa Bay area.
Yeah,
so if anybody wants to know about the restaurant business, go bug Frank.
Yeah, contact me if you got a buyer, okay?
He's also in the fish business. There's always something fishy about him. He was the guy that invented the stuffed flounder. But you don't want to know what he was stuffing it with back in the 80s. So anyway, here we are. Trying to wake up. You people been here all friggin' day stuck in this room? Have you really? Oh my God. You don't put no water out, nothing. You know, come on. This is, what are we at, Palm fucking Beach? Donald Trump just made this his home. And you don't even give us a fucking bottle of water in this joint. Oh, cooler, it's empty over there with no cups. Anyway, okay, where are we at? I am very, very honored to be here. The last guy was really smart. Me and him sat in a room, and he knows his shit. Okay, because me and him connected. I could tell he was hooked like a drug addict. That's what we say. You get hooked on real estate, really you're hooked on money. Okay, let's get down to it. The real estate is just a car that's going to take you there. Is this mic screwed up, or is it me? Good? Is that clear? All right, here we go. That guy was smart, and we connected because we both were hooked. We're addicts, okay? And it's good to be hooked on money, especially the way my wife shops. Holy shit, I want to find that goddamn Jimmy Chan and karate chop his ass. The fucking prices, Chanel. Oh my God. All right, let's move on. Where was I? I was talking about the guy. You see, he knows his stuff, but I'm the opposite, okay? I am too, can I say F-U-C-K in this room? What? I can't help it. In New York, you're born with it. Is it okay? Is that your mother?
Yeah.
Okay. I got a 12-year-old here, but you know, he's used to it, okay? My mother curses a lot, but in Spanish, luckily. Thank God I don't understand Spanish, because I don't want to understand the shit she says in Spanish to me. She changed my name from Ben to Bendejo. She said that's my nickname. I don't know what it means, but it don't sound good. Where are we? Oh yeah, I'm very honored to be here. You know, making a lot of money is great, but when you can help people, and people appreciate spending time with you, money can't buy that. So it's really, truly an honor for me to be here. Whoever these guys are that invited me here, I don't know. But no, they're really nice guys. They took us out to a really fancy dinner over at Bellagio. But then the sign said, Il Bellagio. Ill don't sound good for a restaurant. But the food was great, and they put out a really big bill. I brought like 10 people with me. Oh shit, free dinner? Hell yeah, I invited everybody. Hey, you want to have dinner at Bellagio? I took those guys in for a couple of grand. The way my wife drinks, and she drinks the good stuff. You can't give her a regular margarita. She better get that Don Pedro. So, where are we at? Oh yeah, all right, so get back to it. You know, what he does, and all this stuff, and all these courses, and busting your head, running around, looking for people that are dead in the house, and it's great, and it works for them. But I'm too fucking lazy. I'm not doing all that shit. Everybody in this room, I can guarantee everybody in this room has the power to make it in real estate if you use the tools that you naturally have. I wish somebody would do me a favor because I didn't do it. My son will do it. Eric, do me a favor and see if you can Google how many real estate agents are there in just the state of Florida. See if you can Google that for me. We'll get back to you. I would not be nowhere today. Nowhere. Forget it. I don't know how many deals I did. I mean, but nowhere would I be if it wasn't for real estate agents. Because they devote their life. That's their bread and butter, to sell real estate. That's how they make their money. And the beauty of it is, as the buyer, and the buyer's the smart one, normally, because he's buying. If you're buying, there better be a reason why you're buying it, because the day you make the money is the day you buy it. Okay? You know, when you bought that house for 150 grand, you know damn well you can slap some paint on it, do whatever you gotta do, and sell for 200. You know that's the day you made your money. I got a cold, by the way, I'm sorry. I also got an infected leg. It still didn't stop me from coming here. I'm not going to show you. I don't want to discuss it anyway. But anyway, real estate agents work for free. You got professional people that have devoted their lives to a career for free. The seller pays it. Now, when you're on the selling side, it's part of the game, you know. You're the one making money. You're selling the deal. Real estate commission, you know, they're going to pay them. And let me tell you how I get all the deals. This is a secret. I don't want nobody in this room telling anybody outside this room my secret to winning over real estate agents. Does everybody swear? Raise your hand. Swear. I tell you the truth. Say I do.
I do.
Thank you. All right, you stuck in, lady. Just say I do. When I get married, I'm already married.
I did.
You did? All right, everything go okay? You wash your hands? Good. All right. You need to hook up. People are out there every day with access to the MLS, access to stuff. You can look on your own, okay? And I'll tell you how to deal with that when you find them on your own. The whole thing is, you got to try to get that deal. And let's face it, in this market, you got 100 people chasing the same goddamn deal, making offers. Right now, it's a bad market, okay? So basically, it's a good time for you to gear up for when the market turns, and it's going to turn. It's a cycle. It has to turn. Things get really good, and things get really bad. We're just in overtime right now. Things should start getting bad every 10 years. Every 10 years is a cycle. But interest rates are low, and people made a lot of money on their sales, so it's put us in overtime. But sooner or later, the shit's going to hit the fan. Trust me. It'll be this year or next year. Okay, you're going to see prices go down. And I can tell you why, but I don't want to bore you along, whatever. The point is, if you're in the business and you want to buy or sell real estate, number one, use the broker to do all the work for you. Let the agent get out there. Let them know what you're looking for. Before we even get to the agent, I kind of jumped over the most important person, the banker. Where are you going to get the money? If you got 200 grand in the bank, you don't want to sink the whole goddamn 200 grand on a deal. You want to sink about 20 or 40 grand of it, or whatever you got. Let's say you got no money. Okay? You need to get the bank's money. The bank, everything I do is on the bank's money mostly. it wasn't the banks, I would have nothing. Banks and brokers, they give you the money, they make money off of giving you the money, and the real estate agents sell you the property, okay, and that's how you make the deals. You use professional people that know the business, and it cuts out all the bullshit and waste of time. Sit down with a bank and be pre-approved. You don't have to have the property. Go into a bank and say, hey, I want to buy a fourplex. Here's my credit, here's my tax return, my W-9, whatever the hell they want. Give them whatever they want. They want paperwork, give them paperwork. I mean, yeah, you got to have decent credit. You got to have some sort of income, you know. And then you say, you tell me, what loans do I qualify for? You know, FHA, 3.5% down, $3,500 on every 100 grand. You can buy 1 to 4 apartments on an FHA loan or a VA loan. You know, don't be afraid to look into the first-time home buyer programs. If you fit in that category, use anything anybody's willing to give you. If somebody's willing to give you something, the government, the city, who the hell cares? Take it. I bought a building not too long ago where the city had a mortgage on it, where if I took over that mortgage, it was 1%. Hell yeah, I'm going to take over that mortgage. Okay? Whatever deals you can make deals with city and that's why you need to get with the bankers. They know all the programs, they know the rates, they know what you need. If you're not ready to get that loan, they'll tell you what you need to do to get the loan, whether it's your credit score, whether it's this or that, whatever. They're there to loan you money because that's how they make money. They don't make money any other way. A bank makes money on taking the money they got sitting on deposit and the money they get from the federal government. They get it at a really cheap rate. They add on a couple of percent and then they lend it to you. That's how the bank makes money. That's it. So they're in business to loan you money. And they don't care what color you are. They don't care how old you are. Well, I don't know about 90, but, you know, they don't care. They don't care who you sleep with, anything. They don't give a damn. You're a number. All you are is a number to them and a profile. And then you need to know how much money you get out of the bank, how much money you need to put down. They do all that for you. They're professionals. Don't waste your time trying to do every goddamn thing yourself. You'll never get nowhere. It's too much. That's why we got bankers, we got real estate agents, we have title companies, escrow companies, we've got lawyers. When you start getting into deals more than 4 units, if it's more than 4 units, you might want to think about using a lawyer. But see if that lawyer can also act as the escrow agent. And if anybody here from a title company, don't get pissed at me, or an escrow company, the lawyer can handle everything. And he makes money off of selling you the title insurance, so he really doesn't have to charge you a fee. He can actually do that. See if your lawyer can sell you the title insurance, then you kind of cut out the middle person of selling it to the lawyer and all that. He can buy it direct and make money. Anyway, I'm begging you. Don't, if you want to try your hand at knocking on doors and cold calling and whatever they do, that's great. God bless you. I can't do it. And find any agent. There's thousands of them out there, okay? And then if you see something for sale that you're interested in, online or somewhere, or you drive by, and it has a sign, you Google it up, you look at what maybe you do a little work or whatever, call the listing agent. Don't waste your time with Joe Schmo. Call the agent that's listing it. You know why? Because if they double end that deal, they're going to make more money. Who's the buyer they're going to want to give that property to? The one that makes the agent more commission. So try to work with the listed agent. And if an agent finds you a good deal, you'll have that agent hooked on you for life. Because all you got to do is one thing. When you go to sell that property, if you do, you give it back to the agent that found it to you. Because that shows loyalty. And that agent will always feed you the deal over somebody else, because they're going to have reoccurring income from you. You're going to be, oh shit, hell yeah, I'm going to sell it to him over this person, because I know in about a year or two, he's going to give it back to me and let me make more money on it. I've had agents make 4 commissions on me, on the same building. He made money when he sold it to me. He made money when he sold it for me. We bought it back because the guy didn't know what the hell he was doing. He made a commission there, and he made a commission when I sold it again. He made 4 commissions off of one deal. And let me tell you, that commission was a couple $100 grand on that deal each time. I've had agents make millions on me, and I was happy with every penny they got. Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have had the deal. Use professional people. These people are studied and trained. They're in the business. They're doing it every day. use professional people, especially because they're free. You know, I had notes here to go by, but are we good with that? That's my opinion. Use agents. And go to the bank and find out how much money they'll back you up with. The bank is your daddy. Hey, call it what you want. The bank's got the money. Just like I'm her daddy, the bank's my daddy. Everybody's got a daddy. All right, bear with me here. Like I said, it's my first time. All right, just to give me a feel. Anybody here have a multifamily over 5 or more units? You didn't make 5 yet? You're making more kids. I seen you with 2 kids out there. Stop making so many kids and make some more real estate deals. I'm just kidding. All right, anybody here got 5 or more units, rentals? One guy there, a couple there. So I'm not going to go, you guys are pretty smart already. You know, I'm going to tell you one thing. If you want to buy more multifamily, the biggest problem you got today is do your due diligence. You know, I asked my son, hey, by the way, my son handles all this shit when I buy property now. You know, he gives me a list with about 50 things that he personally goes through, which I'm going to put on our website. He made this list a mile long. I had to make the print tiny so it fit on 1 page. I can't even read it. There's just so many things you got to worry about. You know, do your homework. You don't want no surprises when you buy something. You know, but I'll put that on the website. You guys got multifamily. Check my due diligence list out, okay? Because, you know, the reason why we know so much is because of our mistakes. We learn from our mistakes. So, you got to check out the property you're going to buy. Okay? What else we got here? I said that already. I was asked to come here tonight. I said that. What else we got? I want to thank everyone for coming. No, we're not up to that yet. You know, oh, we're over, sorry. Man, these are lousy notes. Who wrote these notes? Aaron? Okay. Insurance. Okay, I'm just going to tell you right now. We thought this world was Sue happy. This world is crazy Sue happy. I mean, I got a person, you know, if you buy, let me just forget about me. Don't worry about you. We're here for you. Okay? I don't care what you buy. If you buy a house or anything, I don't care if it's a mobile home, and you're renting and collecting money from a tenant, you better have liability insurance besides the regular insurance you got to protect the property. CYA, cover your ass. Because the legal fees alone will kill you. I mean, everybody's suing for no reason, you know? So if you're going to find yourself at any moment or point buying real estate, you better have a good agent, and you better cover yourself with liability settlement. You can buy blankets of liability cheap, really cheap. The first $1 million is what they get you on, $100 grand and $500 grand and $1 million. That's where it gets expensive. To buy above that, it's not that expensive. You know, but today $1 million, somebody will sue you. Man, I had people in a hotel, they dropped whatever they were carrying on the floor. It busted. They slip and fall and cut themselves, and they suing me. You dropped a goddamn jar of shit, and I'm getting sued. Figure that out. I can tell you some horror stories. I mean, I've had some rough properties. When I first got to Florida, shit, I made the mistake. I thought Orlando was like Disney World. Orlando is like some rough-ass parts of Orlando, let me tell you. You know, I bought a building there, and they're dead. Again, 3 drug dealers were shot in the apartment by 1 drug dealer. All 3 families sued me. None of them lived in the goddamn building. There was not 1 man on the lease. It was impossible. And they sued me. And you know, I didn't have the proper insurance. Luckily, that one didn't bite my ass. You could have. You know, you just run up the legal fees, fight. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. You know, the legal fees will kill you, and the aggravation. So always properly insure yourself on any property where people are entering or renting or whatever. What else we got to talk about here? You know, most people here just trying to get started. Is that what you're trying to do? Okay, you know, you really need to try to go, if you don't have the 20% down, I mean, let's talk about mortgage brokers. when I first started, you got brokers that sell real estate, and you have brokers that sell mortgages. Is everybody familiar with what a mortgage broker does or is? Anybody say no? No. Everybody knows what a mortgage broker is. It's a guy that takes your situation. Okay, I want to buy this house here. I want to buy this fourplex, whatever the heck it is. I need a loan. This guy's got access to 1,000 banks maybe. And he'll know what banks fit your situation, because every bank's different. He'll know who's hungry, who's not hungry. He'll take a property in this neighborhood, but you're going to pay him. You can negotiate his fee too. Don't be ever afraid to negotiate with people. Negotiate with everybody. I negotiate with everybody. Shit, I was trying to negotiate with the paper boy. The Sunday paper really got cost me $1. Anyway, these are guys, again, you're hiring professionals that are trained and make their bread and butter every day and doing what you're hiring them to do. That's what you need in your life. You need all these smart. I never went one day to high school. I swear to God. I did step in the door, but then I went out the back door. It was different back in the 70s in New York, I didn't need to go to school learn to get high. I got high on my own easily, taught myself. Anyway, I never went one day to high school. I need lawyers, I need real estate people, I need bankers, I need mortgage brokers. I don't use them anymore because, I go right to the bank now. But the mortgage brokers taught me how to deal with the banks. So use professional people. Make sure they're honest professional people. Did I see you on American Greed once? Are you going clean now? Trying to start over? You were a stock guy on American Greed, weren't you? Had all those big fancy yachts in Miami and everybody's money. Anyway, listen, I can't stress enough. Your credit, you're only as good as your credit. You have no face. I'm sorry. And it's fair that way. Real estate and banking is fair to everybody. It's all about who you are, what you're about, and can you be trusted with money. You have to prove to them, you can trust me. And you can start at the, FHA. My first loan was a VA loan with no money down because I went in the Army. And I got out honorably, by the way. Almost. So seriously, you got to look at your situation. What tools do you have tools, okay? You might need some money to put down. It's good to have money. It's always good to have saved money. Whatever you do for a living, you need to have something to get started. You can't just say, I want to go in real estate and wave a magic wand. It ain't going to happen. Maybe if you're a veteran, maybe. But, you got to have some kind of money saved away. Money in the bank will always protect your ass. Anything in the world can happen. If you got money, let's face it, you're protected, they say money can't buy everything. All right, can't buy the interaction we're having right now. But money will protect you in life, protect your family. You always gotta have that nest egg. Have that emergency money in there. I don't care if it's $5,000, $10,000, something. Especially the price of things these days. Save money, get with a mortgage broker, or walk into a bank if you want. If you're friendly in your branch, say, hey, I want to talk to the loan officer here. I want to buy this duplex. How much money you loan me? Simple questions. They're trained to give you a quick, simple answer. They know what they're doing. Let them look at all the what's good? By them doing all their homework, it helps me. Because I got a second pair of eyes. I got the bank looking at the deal. They hire appraisers that are going to put their license behind the deal, saying it's worth that much. These are all people that help you put the whole thing together. Professional people that are trained. I don't know. I know because I've been doing it 30 years. But starting out, I didn't know shit. You got to work with professional people if you want to be professional. Okay? I was a dropout from the worst neighborhoods in New York without a pot to piss in. And in the Army, they didn't move me much more out of the pot. All they did was, I don't know, gave me some water in the pot. But the point is, you can do it. Sit down and figure out, what do I want to try to do? Do I want to try my hand in a duplex, a triplex, a fourplex? Start small, you can always grow. You don't want to go too big, because sometimes you find, hey, don't get it over your head. If somebody makes you sign on that dotted line, you're going to pay X amount of dollars a month for that mortgage, you're going to make sure you can do it. You know, you gotta have there's risk in everything. There's risk in real estate. If you got 4 apartments and you're counting on 3 of them to pay all the bills, and that one apartment is your profit, and that apartment moves out and you ain't got no rent coming in, then your ass is working for free. And I don't want to work for free, and I don't want liabilities with no benefit, you know. So, you know, seriously, go meet a banker, get a mortgage broker, find agents. And if you don't like the agent, you don't feel like the agent's going to help you, fuck them, sorry. Move on to the next one. You know, the best agents to call are the ones selling the type of properties you're looking at. Go on, if you see a shitty house and you say, you know what, I think I can fix that house up, and I could probably rent it out, or I could flip it and make some money, call the listing agent. They're already in that business. I knew a guy, he would drive up and down the mobile home parks, okay, trying to buy every mobile home he could. And let me tell you, he made money because he rented out the space. He bought the mobile home for practically nothing. Mobile homes, nobody, the park gets them when people just walk away from them. There are parks, at least there are in the mid part of Florida, that if you walk in, they'll give you the mobile home. Take it. If you're willing to fix it up a little and pay the lot rent. That's all they want is a lot rent. They don't want to be in a landlord business. You know, I knew a guy who'd go around and get mobile homes for practically pennies on the dollar, and then he'd pay the lot rent, he'd put some paint on them, he'd rent them out, or he'd fix them up and sell them. You know, but you're doing something, you know? There's 55 and over properties. That's a whole other market you can get into. You can buy them cheaper because not everybody can buy them. Only 55 and over can buy them. But there's a flip side to that. You buy them cheaper, but you're going to sell them cheaper. But you're going to rent them for the same price. You will get the same amount of money in a 55 over property as you will in a market property. Rent is all about location. There's plenty of people over 55 you can rent to that, you know, that'll pay the same money as a 45-year-old or whatever. Whatever it is you can do. But you got to have the banks, you got to have the brokers, the agents, you got to have professional people helping you. Don't be afraid to ask for help. The squeaky wheel gets all the grease. And it's true. And don't get discouraged when you oh man, I'm tired. I made it off renting a house and I didn't get it. Listen, you got to throw 100 things up to the ceiling sometimes for one thing to stick. If it was so easy, we'd all be filthy rich. You know, so you just can't get, you know, frustrated. You got to get out there. You need the money, whatever it takes to get it legally, and then find a person that's going to get out there and bird dog these things for you. They already know what you're looking for. They cut through all the bullshit. They save you time. You should find an agent. You tell an agent tomorrow, listen, show me every house under 150,000 if they exist. I don't know. Maybe I go to Opalaka or somewhere, wherever. Listen, you know, I'm going to tell you, I made, if it wasn't for the Section 8 program, if it wasn't for HUD, if it wasn't for all these programs that the government helps, you know, in the rougher, and it's going to be a tougher neighborhood, fine. You know, but you can always move the neighborhood up. You know, you come in there and you fix up a house, you rent it to a nice family. You know, just because it's a poor neighbor doesn't mean the family's bad. I mean, you know, you can do it. You can go in a rough neighborhood, you know, make sure it's not too dangerous where you can still go there, you know, and fix it up, you know, rent it out, go to the housing authority, say, hey, I got a house for rent. You know, I'm still pay for a 3-bedroom house these days? I mean, I don't know, but it's big money, okay? And then figure it out. If I buy this house for X amount of dollars, my mortgage is going to be X amount of dollars, my tax is going to be X amount of dollars, my insurance is going to be X amount of dollars. What am I left with? It's a simple equation, okay? So it's all, real estate is really simple. And when it gets difficult or hard, you hire professionals to help you, which most of them are free. So that's the story. I don't know what to talk about. Let me see here. What do we got? I mean, I'm not going to go talk about crazy stuff that nobody's going to bore you to death. I'm not going to stand there and tell you how rich I am and all this bullshit. You know, deals. I need a deal. I can't find a deal right now. I'm in the damn hotel business changing people's sheets because we ran out of apartment buildings to buy. I mean, I almost bought a friggin' nursing home. That's how desperate I am. I'm going to be in there changing bedpans and shit. I mean, real estate, I'm going to tell you right now, real estate is at a height. Most of the numbers don't make sense. It's going to change, But the harder you look, the more you'll find. All right, if you look hard enough, there'll always be a deal out there. Okay, you just got to go out there and drive them and look at them. Most of the people in this room looking for houses or what? You're looking for a house just basically to buy?
Multifamily.
How many houses do you have already? It's like Monopoly. First you buy the house, then you turn 4 houses into a hotel. In our case, an apartment building. It's clear Monopoly. So, multifamily, you have any now?
No, I
You have one casa.
No, I have a number of single homes.
You have a single home? Do you rent out or you live out?
Rent out.
My wife's shaking her head. No. Just don't pick on the Spanish people. Okay. You got one house. You rent it?
Yeah, but you have tips on multifamily, right?
You know, you start with houses, you go to duplexes, you go to triplex, you go to fourplex, you go to 5, you go to 20, you go to 30, you go to 40. That's the way it worked for me. If you got a house now, you need to get any money you can, your hands on it, pull it out of the house, call Venezuela, I'm just kidding. Really in trouble. We'll look for a duplex. Is it a problem renting that house? Any problem?
No, I'm looking for duplex, triplex, but I was interested in the tips you have on multifamily you started with.
I started with a duplex. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys another secret here. You ready? Nobody?
I don't mind that.
Come on, lady. Talk to my wife. She speaks Spanish. Just kidding.
Italian too, yeah.
Italiano?
Italiano, Uncle.
Italiano! Oh my God, I just came back from Italy for a whole week. Thank God I'm home. I thought Italians, they were such artists. Everything there, graffiti everywhere. The Colosseum, why don't you fix the Colosseum up? The damn thing is falling apart. Looks like it's 1,000 years old. Oh no, it's 2,000 years old. I'm not going to mess with her. Her people used to feed people to the lions. Leave her alone. Okay, next secret. Are you ready?
Yes.
Now this happened to me, it could happen to you. When I was in the Bay Area in California, they had Victorian homes. It was a little part of town, Oakland. I'd come across a lot of these big old houses. They had all these damn rooms, but you didn't need them. You know, people only use they had, I didn't even know what a family room was until I was 30. I never heard of a family room. You had a living room. Here, everybody's got living room, they got family room, dining room. The only dining room I knew was at McDonald's when I was a kid. You want to go to the drive-thru or you want to go in the dining room? Anyway, where was I at? Okay, so here's my secret. Close that door. Oh, I don't trust you. You're the Jewish guy out there pushing something. You get out. You go and you find these houses. Look at square. Tell you find an agent. Tell the agent you are specifically looking for larger square footage. Okay? Because square footage means more money.
Yes.
Okay? When I was in Oakland, it gave, I was taught some of this too by a guy. The guy, he was a smart guy. He taught me how to do everything, then he goes and flies around the country and lives like a king while I'm doing all the work. But if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here today. Thank God he's not here today. All right. You want big square footage. You know why? When you rent out properties, residential properties, you charge, not by the square foot. The owners kind of look at what they get per square foot when you buy and sell. You get more money for more bedrooms. And you might have a 2-bedroom, but if you throw $1,000 into putting up some studs, some sheetrock, it has to have a window in the room. I have taken huge bedrooms and split them down the goddamn middle. No, I split it this way. You had a window here, a window here. You have to find out what the minimum square footage you need for a bedroom. But if you've got a parent, a family that needs 4 or 5 bedrooms, they don't care if the rooms are small. They just want their kids in a bedroom, and that's all they can afford. So a lot of times you can take a 1-bedroom, if it has a dining room, You don't get no more rent for dining rooms. Eat in a goddamn living room and watch TV. My kid tries to eat in his room now. Bedrooms is bigger money, let's face it. We all know that. It's all common sense. If you could turn a studio and throw a friggin' wall up, make it a one bedroom, why they made a studio to begin with, I don't know. I've had that happen. I've seen one bedrooms that you can carve out enough space. Sometimes you have to do, maybe, even if you spend $2,000 doing some interior modifications, you need a window, you need a closet, and the closet ain't gotta be that big, and the room has to be a certain size. Back in Oakland, back then was 77 square feet. Yes, 77 was small. I give you that. I'm not trying to treat people bad. I made it 80. And I'm not kidding you. When I was young, I didn't care. I was hooked. I was a drug addict. I was a real estate drug addict. I mean, I would have guys that, I'd find these guys on the street, and whatever. I'd catch them on a good day. They could swing a hammer. They knew how to do shit. Whatever. I find not the best contract to say. I had no money. And I would tell the guy, and he'd look at me, I'd say, I want this closet exactly the size of this I'd give him a hanger. See, from the wall to the end of this hanger, that's where you stop the closet. And give me enough room for about 6 hangers, that's it. You do what you gotta do. And you know what? I took a lot of people, but I made these places nice, and I made them safe, and I made them decent. They had smoke detectors, they're fresh. You got to pass a 6A inspection. You're not going to be giving out no garbage. I mean, so you're giving a family a decent place, roof over their head. That's the main thing, okay? And especially if somebody can't find, I got hooked. I got so hooked, I started doing 5 bedrooms. And you know what I found out? No competition. Nobody in the entire city of Oakland had 5-bedroom places for these people. And let's face it, we got some active folks in Oakland, they had 7 or 8 kids, or 6 kids, or mama got to live with her, whatever, big families. You got the grandmother, you got the mother, you got the boys, it's just the way it is, that's life. There was a need for that housing, and they paid dearly for it, because a 3-bedroom was $1,000. You get about an extra $200 a month at least, or $250 for every bedroom you got. It starts off where you're at about a 2-bedroom back then, it was an $800. 3 was $1,000. 4 was $12. 5 was $14. They might even give you an extra $100 for hitting the 5 mark. It was like $1,500 a month. I was paying $40,000 for these houses. And I was turning them into $1,500 a month rentals. All by throwing up some walls and sheetrock. And you do it legally. Don't do anything illegal. Because you don't want to get busted. It's not worth it. Get a permit. It's not that hard. If you're not changing the footprint of the house itself, you're just working with the guts of it inside, it's not that big of a deal, as long as you do everything to code. Put the wire where it's supposed to be. You hire people like that to do this stuff. You go on Craigslist. You let a guy come over, hey, how much to throw a wall up here and wire it? The guy will give you a price, $800, fine, do it. Make sure you get a permit. And I want to see the permit, you tell them. And that's it. You can file the permit yourself if you want. So, take what you got and try to maximize the amount of value you can squeeze out of it. It's like what my wife does to a lemon when she's drinking tequila. She's going to get every drop of juice out of that lemon. And me. I got to stop talking about it. I'll get in real trouble. Yesterday was our 16th anniversary. Woo! I'm still get married at 12 in Mexico. That was a bad joke. Okay. All right, what else? So, if everybody here is just looking to get started, please go to the bank. Get a loan. If you already started, still go find out what's your maximum amount of money you can borrow. They want to loan it to you. It's sitting in the damn vault waiting for you. They need to loan you money. And they're the ticket to your success, because out of 100%, they're going to put up whatever. Some deals 75, 80, 85, 90. With the government, 96.5 or 97. They got the bulk of the money. You got a little bit, but you're running the show. Another thing is this. When you hire all these people, you're in the driver's seat. You're the main engine that's putting them to work, that's got that real estate agent out there finding, looking for deals and make them money. They got to support their family. You become the head, what do you say in Spanish, kahuna? You speak Spanish? The jefe. At first, they used to all call me the jefe. I said, I'm tired of these motherfuckers calling me a cow. Then my wife said, no, that means boss. So anyway, seriously, go to the bank, find out how much money you got to work with, get any kind of loan you can, make sure your credit's cleaned up, or do whatever they tell you to do. Whatever they tell you to do to get their money, you do it, get their money. Okay? Worry about making that money, because once you start, making that money, all your problems are solved. And then find that real estate agent that's willing to go out there and send you a little email. All they're doing is they got an alert system when anything new comes on the market. And they can do searches of everything that's on the market. Listen, I like stuff that's on the market. Everybody talks about off market, or this house is sitting there. Who the hell knows who owns it? I ain't got time to deal with trusts and all that bullshit. Listen, I want to do deals where I know those deals are ready to rock and roll and sell. And those are the ones that are on the market. And those are the ones that real estate agents are trying to move. Okay, I want action, baby. I ain't got time to write letters and all this bullshit. No offense to anybody doing it. I'm not a fucking secretary. I'm a boss. All right? I tell the agent, and everybody in this room is a boss. You can call up any Century 21 agent, anybody you want. There's plenty of people sitting in that office waiting to help you, as long as you can perform. Okay? So as long as you have the ability with the money from the bank to close that deal, they'll love you. Okay, because they get paid from that sale, and you have them send you. Find an agent that's willing to send you every day or every week everything that's on the market in your price range. First, you find out what your price range is. Then you tell the agent, "This is my price range. Show me everything on the market." Then you get in your car and you drive around and you try to think about which deal you like and which one makes sense. The agent's going to tell you too, because they know the business. Then you find the right deal, you make the offer, you get the deal at the right price. The agent does all that for you. You ain't doing shit. All you do is sit back like a big shot on the phone. Here, offer another $5,000. I mean, that's all you do. You're calling the shots. To own real estate, you're a shot caller. Except we ain't moving the wrong kind, illegal stuff. We're doing legal shit here. Anyway, find an agent, go to the bank, find out how much money you can get. That's real estate. The rest of it all comes to you naturally. Anything else? Cut it short. We're done. We're at my friend's telling me I gotta get back there. It's almost time for the restaurant to get busy. All right. Anybody? Oh, we got somebody else coming on now, right?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Miller, right?
Yes.
Very good. I thank you for the privilege to come here and I'm in a lot of trouble now. Where are we at? The Polish guy that runs the whole YouTube thing. Rapal! What do you want me to tell him?
To visit your YouTube channel.
What is my YouTube channel?
Your name.
My name? So what do? They go, Ben Mallah. Listen, I want everybody, please, take a business card. And Rapal did something where you put your camera on it, and it locks you right to the website or the YouTube channel, because we need more views. So Rapal can keep eating Polish sausage. Okay? Because money, it ain't much money. We do it for fun, but it gives him a living, sends a little money over to mama. So please, everybody get a business card from my middle and young, last son. My two sons at the door, get a business card. You can email me. I'll try my best to respond as soon as I can. And watch the YouTube video so Rapal can eat Polish sausage. Website. What's the website? You got a new website, don't you?
BenMallah.com.
BenMallah.com. That's pretty simple. I hope you didn't pay for that shit. Look at that freaking GoDaddy. They're rich bastards. GoDaddy. Daddy with the money. All right, thank you very much for coming in. A question thing or what? Anybody really got a question? Come on, you can email me. I promise I'll respond. But anybody got an important question? Like they're in the middle of a deal right now and something. What?
I have a question.
Question?
Do you, for every property or business that you buy, do you make a different LLC for them?
Every business or property I buy, do I what?
To protect them, you put them in an LLC.
Every
LLC?
property I buy is always a separate LLC, which means limited liability company, right? Company, yeah. It protects you to where if you get in trouble on that asset, they can't come after you personally. Not supposed to come after you personally, but the lawyers are vultures these days. I don't even know if that's the best protection, but so far it's worked for me. Everything I got is a separate business, and you're the president of that business. Every house you buy is a rental. Anything you buy, you make an LLC, and you're the managing member of that LLC. You know, and it's your business. Every house is a business. It's bringing in money. It's got money in. It's got money out. It's a business. You just don't have to be there, so you can have a whole shitload of them. All right, you good?
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Question: in this day and age, do you think Section 8 is still feasible and a feasible way of making money?
Listen, when you got a piece of real estate, you want to look at who's the best person that I can grab to rent to and who's going to give me the most money. A lot of times, you know, if you're in an area that's kind of rough, you might want to go with Section 8 because it's guaranteed. You know, they're going to put that money in your bank account every month. The tenant's going to pay a small portion based on their income. Okay? I like the guarantees because if I had to collect rents in Oakland back in the 80s, I wouldn't be getting nothing. I used to take TVs. I had to bring I take people's motors. They give me their motorcycles, whatever. You want Section 8 because your money's guaranteed. You make that mortgage payment. You know, but if you don't need to rent to them and you get the same money from the open market from a great tenant that makes 3 times the income and has got money in the bank, and it's up to you. Okay.
One last question, right there.
So, I already got a couple of houses. How do I go from houses to multifamily to commercial real estate?
You got to look at the brokers specialize. If you go to every brokerage firm there is, you got your big shop brokers selling 100 plus units. You got your middle brokers selling 50 to 100. You got your new guys starting out selling the duplexes and fourplexes. Go to the broker that sells the product you want. That's the only way I know how to find it. Okay? Very good.